Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be working on my Bougainvillea Bonsai. I'm going to be cutting it away back and repotting it into some good bonsai soil. You can see it's done a lot of growing since early spring, and it's got a lot of flowers on it, big clusters of flowers. It is beautiful looking right now. The trunk has definitely started to thicken up. It's been very warm / hot and humid this past month, so it's done extremely well. After we remove a lot of the larger growth, we can go in and remove a lot of the larger leaves so we can have a closer look at our branch structure. And we're going to go ahead and start with our longest branch. And for now I'm just going to take it back to close to the edge of the pot. There. It's a good sized branch. It's already started to get woody here along the bottom. Nice cluster of flowers. I'm only going to take it back just past the flowers for now. Also a beautiful little cluster. You can see here, this branch is really wrapped around. This came from our apex and grew down and around. So we're going to cut it away back here. That's another big cluster of flowers. Now if we remove these larger leaves, you can see here where this branch was growing kind of horizontal, and then all of a sudden it just started to grow down, get weighed down, mainly because of the large cluster of flowers that were on the bottom. It's just a small cluster of flowers now, but they were quite large about a week or so ago. So we're going to come all the way up just before it starts to turn down, and we're going to cut it off here for now. And we're going to go in here and remove some other larger leaves. So we're going to take it all the way back to just as it starts to grow down. The last couple of months I've been watching it grow very vigorously. and it's been about 3 or 4 months since I've seen it this size. My front used to be over here. I'm not too sure if this is still going to be my front or not. Okay, so we're going to get rid of a lot of these larger leaves now. We'll get rid of some growth that the flowers were on. And I'll come back after I get more of these larger leaves off and we can take a closer look at our branch structure. Okay, so we're back. Got a lot of the larger leaves removed. And some stems that the flowers were growing on around the apex. So we can have a much better look at our branch structure. The one thing that has happened over the last 2 to 3 months is this tree originally was an upright, and it's kind of gone over with the weight of my branches and flowers, and it's kind of become a slant now. I'm not too sure if I want to keep it like that when I repot it, or bring it back to an upright, which is what I liked from the beginning. However, right now we're going to bring some of these branches back a little further. Remove this. I'm going to take this one off here. Come back and go over this cut a little bit better. There we go. Look over this one a little bit better too. Looks better. Turn this back around here. We've got a little bit of a bulge up here that I'm going to remove. Well, I'm not going to get too fussy because I'm still working on our roots, and I'm also working at thickening our trunk. So I think for now it looks decent, and we're just going to repot it and let it grow again, and probably maybe cut it back again in the fall just before I take it back inside. So we'll take it out and look at the roots now. And here's our screens. Okay. I think what I'm going to end up doing is removing the rest of the soil with my hose. This rake is just really not great for this job. I'm not sure if I'm liking this or not. The rake might work better on larger trees with a tougher root system, but a bougainvillea has a fragile root system, and I think I'm going to take it over to the hose and remove the soil from the roots that way. So we'll be back. Okay, so we're back, and the roots are all cleaned up, and they're actually looking quite good. I think it was a good thing that when I first got this little tree, not much more than maybe a 6-month-old cutting a year ago, I took it out of its small nursery pot almost right away and pruned the small roots up, and then I potted it into the larger bonsai pot. And I think because I got on it right away, that's why I have a good root system going right now. You can see here how it's growing in a really good radial pattern. There's really not much growing down, straight down. I have some decent future surface roots. That are on their way. Well, I just have a little bit of pruning to do, but not very much. So I'll be right back when I'm done that. Okay, so we're back, and as you can see from my root cuttings on the table here, I really almost didn't have to remove anything at all. So I'm going to leave it like this for now, and we're going to go ahead and repot it. Now with our drainage screens in place, we're just going to go ahead and start putting soil in. Okay, so we're back. The tree's in the pot in its final position. I had to take just a little bit more off the roots just so I could get it into the pot better. And now we'll just put in the remainder of our soil. And we'll work our soil in and around the roots. That feels good there. And now we'll just give it a watering. And that'll be it. And here it is, all done after repotting and a good watering. Now I'm going to go find a good spot in the shade for it, so it's out of the direct sunlight, but yet it'll be a bright spot where it can recover. And after it's done recovering, I'll put it out on the small bench that I have out the back for it, where it can be in the sunlight all day. Well, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll talk to you later.